Cause you a man.
No.
I'm ready when y'all ready.
We been ready.
I just been waiting on y'all. I'll let y'all get y'all pregame on.
I mean,
Yeah.
we here. Shit.
We ready.
All right.
My man got the pink on and shit today and shit.
Hey, I'm saucy.
That nigga said saucy. Ooh.
I am on board.
Hey, that's somebody's song.
Hey, I'm just saying.
That
But
nigga
yeah.
said I'm saucy. Ooh wee.
Yeah,
So-
that's Lisha got a song called.
Hey, look, it's a lot of birthdays today too, man. We don't normally do birthday shout outs.
Birthday.
Everybody who birthday today, man, happy birthday to y'all, man.
Everybody.
It's a lot of
You
people.
just say,
today.
happy birthday.
Happy motherfucking birthday to everybody whose birthday today.
What up, Tiff? What up, Miss Poindexter? What's going on? Hey,
What's up, Tiff?
So, I want to say this one thing. I'm very proud of the fellas.
Why?
Because I did not see not a single father out there say, I'm both mother and father. So shout out to me on Mother's Day. Shout out to you.
Why the fuck would they say that? It's Mother's Day.
Because you know what's coming on
Father's Day.
Fuck them hoes, shit.
Oh,
We ain't never gonna get no endorsement.
I'm saying, you gotta give a nigga some credit.
I'm just.
We give them all the motherfucking credit.
Shout out to the fellas that let the ladies have their day.
We always let them have their day.
I don't know if that's true.
I ain't never saw a nigga that did say, hey,
I ain't never either.
I'm the motherfucking mother and the father.
I ain't never seen that either.
I ain't never seen a nigga say that shit.
I'm just saying what I noticed.
Yeah, I ain't
Now,
never.
I'm waiting to
I ain't
see
never seen
when
that
June
either.
come around if we gonna get the return action. I'm challenging the ladies not to do this, even if you.
Man, that's trash. That shit getting old too,
That
bro.
is just getting
That's
old
why
as
I'm
fuck,
challenging
man.
Yeah, that's
that
getting
shit
old.
old as a
Bro,
motherfucker.
Y'all act like I'm just.
Yeah, nah, I understand why you saying that. No, I understand why you said it. Big time.
But you
Let
ain't
people
gotta
have
sit,
their shine.
But you
Yeah.
ain't gotta sit there and broadcast, oh, I'm the mama and the daddy, so shit. This is my day too. Doesn't fucking matter. You doing your job.
Now look,
You definitely doing
As a
something
parent, your
that
job
you when
is
you
to
had
take
your
care of your kid.
when you had your kid, that's what you
So
signed up
it
for
ain't
to
no,
be a parent.
it ain't no I need to get accolades for this particular
why?
day.
Why not?
Because that's your fucking job. Once you have kids, that's your job. There's
Did
no
you
such
celebrate
thing.
Mother's Day?
Do I celebrate?
Did you celebrate?
I got my mama something.
What about your being?
I got my son mama something.
You did?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I?
You a full-time parent.
Why wouldn't I though?
See, that's what I'm saying. He let her have her moment.
Yeah.
That's all I'm talking about.
But my thing is this though. There's no such thing as accolades though. You know what I'm saying? And I can't say I'm a full-time parent because my son mom does a great job with him, and she, you know, we co-parent very well. But at the end of the day, I don't like on Father's Day. I don't need no accolades. I don't need a bunch of motherfuckers hitting me up saying, "Hey, Happy Father's Day." No, that's my fucking job as a parent. That is your job. Your job is to make sure that your child is taken care of 24/7
I'm just saying, bro.
until they're able to get up and get out there in the world on their own. That is your job. You don't get paid for it, but that's your fucking job.
So why not? Okay, so if that's the case,
So
you do
who-
a job anyway.
So who need accolades?
Then why the hell do you need a teacher appreciation day off?
I don't need one. I don't
But
give
do
a
you
fuck.
take it? But do you take it?
I ain't getting paid for the shit.
But do you take it?
They tell us we have to be off.
This nigga.
What the fuck?
This nigga.
If they say you have to be off,
This
you have to
nigga,
be
man.
off.
He'll be skating around questions, boy.
No, nigga.
Just answer the motherfucker.
That nigga did not answer it.
That
Nigga.
nigga will
They
lie.
say that we supposed to be all
So what I'm
right.
gonna do? I'm gonna go up there and work when the school is closed. Nigga.
They say we supposed to
If
be
you
all
don't get
nigga.
no appreciation.
Right.
You do the job.
How I'm gonna do the job when ain't nobody in the fucking building?
Bro.
The school is
Hold
closed.
on, ain't you a coach?
I don't have no days off as a coach.
Hey.
That's another thing. As a coach, you don't have no days off.
Bro, I'm
So
just-
on the days that you're out of school, I still gotta be up there for practice. So it ain't like, no, hey, you got a day off. No, nigga, there's no such thing as fucking days off as a coach.
So you don't need no accolade ever.
I don't. I don't
So
want
what
none.
if you did it? Y'all heard him.
So you don't want to feel appreciated.
Y'all heard him.
You don't want to feel
Whoever
appreciated.
dealing with
Hold
Ty,
on, I was gonna say.
you
So
heard
so
him.
technically,
You
like
don't never need no accolades.
you don't need accolades. Period.
You
And
want to know what
nothing.
makes me feel good? What makes me feel good is when they go off and venture off in the world and they do their own thing. They become great fathers, great parents. I'm going to use Mike Miller for an example. I said his name too. I'm going to use him for an example. He was like a son before I had a son. He went off and got his master's degree this weekend. That's my accolade. I feel great seeing them achieve what they achieved.
That's awesome.
I don't need nobody else to tell me, hey, oh, you're doing a great job to make me feel good. You telling me I'm doing a great job, okay, that's fine, whatever. I don't need that shit.
That's that nigga.
That don't mean shit
that's
to
that
me.
nigga opinion.
I agree.
That don't mean shit to me though.
I agree with that.
That's definitely his opinion.
So hold on,
Because I'll be damned if I'm doing.
Wait. I got one for one. So you don't need nobody to say, "Ooh, you killing this."
No, I don't.
So when you having sex,
When
you
you
don't
fucking
need
somebody.
nobody to tell you nothing. You can just do it and know you're doing a good job.
You know how I know I'm doing a good
Nah, nigga, nah.
Because
Nah.
Let me finish.
Nah, bro.
What I ate?
Nah, bro. Look, he didn't. Is it a yes or a no, nigga?
I don't need her to tell
You
me.
don't?
I don't need her to tell me I killed you. You want to know?
You want to just come back.
No,
Just come back,
You know
nigga.
how I know I killed that shit? Because when I'm done, her motherfucking ass laying right down the motherfucking bed ain't moved. She just sitting there like this.
Plug your mic up, nigga.
That's how I know I done did what the fuck I had to do. And then I hit her with the motherfucking Captain Morgan. I hit her with the Captain Morgan like this. Like, yeah.
Oh, man.
I did
This
my
nigga.
motherfucking
This
job.
guy, man.
Fuck what y'all talking
So she
about.
got that dry face and you just fucking the shit out of her and she ain't
So
making
no
no
noise,
noise.
no nothing.
nothing. You just like, I know I'm killing it when she go to sleep. No, motherfucker, she was tired, nigga.
Did I say she wasn't making no motherfucking noise?
That's what we just said. We
You know
just
how
said
I
we
make
want
noise?
how you get that
Because she done
clarification
done
and
it
you
all on my
fucking her.
dick. All the cream shit is all on my motherfucking
Man,
dick.
she
You
might
think
just
all
leak,
that
nigga.
shit?
She might just be leaking, nigga.
Leaking, man. If a motherfucker leaking, that's an issue right there, bro.
Yeah, it's too late. You already in it.
Right. The fuck? Y'all
Too
done-
late. You
y'all
already
done-
in it.
Y'all done went from accolades from being a parent and being an educator to fucking somebody. What kind of shit is that? You two motherfuckers' head is fucked.
Bro, we just said it. You need some type of appreciation.
I don't
That's
need that
it.
shit. I don't need you to tell me I'm doing a good job because I already know I'm doing a fucking good
Bro,
job.
like how you know that? How do you know that you're doing a good job? Just because you're doing a job.
Because I ain't got no fucking complaints, my nigga.
Okay, all right.
Like you listen to them if they had.
If they did, nigga, he wouldn't.
I would. What you mean?
You ain't get yours? I don't know what's your take.
Exactly.
That ain't how I operate, nigga. I make sure motherfuckers get pleased, goddammit.
Y'all don't understand how he operates. We getting all these laughters. Y'all
They,
don't
yeah, they
This
laughing.
dude is nuts, man.
I'm nuts, right? I'm
This
nuts.
dude is nuts.
Hey, I don't need no accolades.
This
in
nigga
any
bullshit
situation
over here.
Because I know when I'm pleasing you, I'm fucking pleasing you.
Okay. We know you feel strongly about what you do, but nigga,
Exactly.
that don't mean you do a good job all the goddamn time, nigga.
5 minutes, okay.
Apparently, y'all niggas don't do a good job, and y'all need to motherfucker tell y'all doing a good job.
I do. I need it. Let me know I'm doing a good
Y'all
job.
need all that
Cause
shit.
I'll stop, motherfucker. I'm tell you that. Shit.
What's up, Kelly? Oh my God.
I'ma
Hey,
stop.
Kelly.
Hey, there this nigga go.
This dude.
Oh
I
man.
swear, I'm in the perfect spot.
Yeah.
I am 50 this, 50 that. Because I understand where you're coming from when you say you don't need any accolades. I do.
Because it's all about. Honestly, now let's go back to let's just go
Yeah.
back to the parenting and the educating,
Right.
and the coaching or whatever. The best accolades is when you can see them go off in life, and
Yes,
the things that you've taught them, in life, they use it in their everyday life, and they're becoming successful young men, successful young women, great parents. You see what I'm saying? Graduating from college, whatever the case may be. Those are the accolades that you need. Just you telling me I'm doing a good job. You can tell me that all day, but that don't mean shit because I'm still waiting to see the final product of what I've sat there and installed into them. So you can tell me all day, hey, you're doing this great. You're doing this great. Okay, fine. Whatever the case may be. But
So you would take it just like that.
that's how I take that shit. But at the end of the day, the final results is when I see these people later on in life and what they're doing with their life. Because then I know I've sat there and I've done something that meant something. Or one of them come back to me and say, hey, I'm so glad that you...
All right.
But let me finish. I get one of them that come back and say, matter of fact, prime
You get
example.
3 of them today.
Prime example.
You get 3 of them.
Prime example. I was talking to one guy today, and he came to me, and I saw him while I was out. He came to me and he was like, "Look here." He was like, "It's crazy because everything that you told me when I was younger to finish strong. Don't stop. Don't finish until the end. He was like,
I give him sex advice?
No, nigga.
I'm
just listen. Wait, motherfucker. So he's listening and he's saying,
this dude disrespectful.
and
man.
so he's talking to me. Wait, and he's talking to me. And he was like, I never knew what that stuff meant until I had children my damn self, and I realized that you telling me to push through when it hurt. Y'all are so nasty, dog.
Pause. Hold the fuck up. What we talking about, nigga?
Wait.
Hold up, nigga. What we talking about now, nigga?
Wait.
Push through when it hurt. Hold up, bro. You can't say nobody.
Let me finish. He's saying push through when you're hurt. All right, when you're tired, you're hurt, or you feel like you can't do anything else anymore, but you gotta finish. And you gotta keep going until it's done. He said he didn't understand it.
Stop laughing, bro. Stop laughing, dog. I'm trying to listen, dog.
Hey,
I'm
look,
so sorry, man.
I'm trying to be 100 with y'all right quick.
All right, I'm sorry.
And he was like, he didn't understand what it meant to say, you keep going until you get to the finish line.
Man, this nigga won't stop laughing, bro. Cause you making me just think about the way this nigga talking.
Oh my God.
You keep going until you get to the finish line.
And wait,
Everything's a sex metaphor.
That's what the fuck.
That's what it is, man.
That's what that shit sound like. Oh, bro.
hey, but he
God.
said he said he didn't understand it until he got into the workforce and he had children to understand it. He had to work as hard as he could to maintain what he had. Versus sitting there and I don't feel like doing this no more. I'm gonna chill out and I can go on about my business. But he realized that, look, I'm out here. I gotta keep working as hard as I can because I still gotta provide not only for me but for my child. So there's no such thing as giving up. That is the type of stuff that makes me feel great. Why? Because you took that and you let that lead you in life. Versus,
Right, that's what I'm gonna get to too. I already know what you're gonna say.
Versus you and you telling me, oh, you doing a good job. You can tell me that all the time. But if I'm not seeing the fruits of my labor, it don't mean shit to me. It really don't.
That's not your fruit.
I would agree say that too.
That's their fruit. It comes from the same tree.
But I'm saying it's stuff that I installed into you.
It is.
And regardless if I installed everything into you or just a partial of it, I get to see you out there doing what you do best.
So what happens if somebody don't make it to even get to that point where you can't see them?
Well, he's saying if somebody...
No, I'm just saying if just hypothetically speaking, if something happened, somebody passed away, anything like...
He's saying that you don't get to see the end product because something happened in between them. Whether they got hurt, they lost their mind, whatever, they died.
Right.
Something happened that prohibited them to get
to be able to come back to you and tell you that.
Yeah, that's what he
Then
did.
I feel like I failed them.
How you feel them?
So hold on, wait.
Oh, we want you to...
So you take it both ways. You take it either you did a good job or you did a bad job.
Exactly.
By looking at the finished product.
Exactly.
So wouldn't the finished product be a good season? Isn't that a finished product?
It ain't about the season, man.
Then why the hell do you coach? Because the thing is, if you were coaching and you sit up there and you have
Every coach wants to win.
I get that.
Every coach wants to win.
Hold on, let me finish.
Go ahead.
Everybody says that you do a good job as coaching because the culture you create, right? That's what you're saying. Now, what if they were saying that you got a great culture but you ain't winning?
Right.
I get.
Then I'm not doing my fucking job.
So what the?
What makes you think they're not doing your job just because you're not winning?
No, this is what
That's
I'm
a good
saying.
point, Miss Poindexter. She says the way you accept
This is what I'm saying. What I'm saying is this. All right, so you saying that what if we don't win? Okay, what if we don't win no games or whatever the case may be?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I get that. Either you're gonna win or you're gonna lose. All right, But what you two just said was, what if they pass on and you don't get to see the finished product?
If you don't get them saying, hey, we appreciate what you did.
It ain't even them saying it. It's me being able to see it and me knowing that, hey, you lived on in life and you've become a great person. Then I feel like I failed if that didn't happen. If you fuck around and you go out there and shoot somebody, you get locked up or whatever the case may be, I failed you. All right? I legit failed you. Now, when we're in season and we're playing, whether it's wins or losses or whatever, it's what you take out of those wins and losses. You can be winners and y'all cannot grasp anything I've said to you. And y'all just good athletes and y'all winning. Now, y'all just winning. But I'm just talking to y'all and y'all just winning. Whatever the case may be. But you all are losing. But at the end of the day, you all are losing. But everything has changed with you all. You become better students. Your GPA has risen. You have damn near written the path for yourself. Regardless if you're winning or losing, you have written the path for yourself to where, hey, I can go out in life and I can do this and I can do that. In my eyes, you fucking won.
Okay. I mean, I see what you're saying. But I was just saying, you saying that you don't want them to tell you, okay, thank you, I appreciate you before they even get to that.
That shit don't mean it don't mean nothing to me. Because you can always say, hey, I appreciate you. That's fine. A lot of people appreciate me. That's cool.
So do you okay, my question, do you do that? Do you tell people that?
Do I tell them that?
Do you tell people I appreciate you? Thank you.
Once the product is finished, yes.
Nah, I ain't talking about. I'm just saying,
if
bro.
you can't accept it, how do you give it?
Yeah.
Easy. I show them.
That's what I'm just trying to say.
I show them more. Put like this, because I look at it the same way. Me telling you don't mean shit. I can tell you anything. I can tell you I appreciate you, T Rell.
Mm-hmm.
And the question is, why do you appreciate me?
Nah, that nigga gonna say
Listen. So if I say, T Rell, I appreciate you, I can just be saying it just to make the nigga feel good or whatever the case may be.
I say thank you.
If that's all I needed at the moment.
But at the end of the day, T Rell, say you showed me some stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
You taught me something. And then versus me having to say anything to you, but I still come to you for advice or whatever the case may be. And then you see me succeed in the stuff that you taught me and the shit that you installed in me.
I see it all the time.
What feels much better? The motherfucker coming and telling you just out the blue, hey, I appreciate everything you do. Or you actually seeing the fruits of the labor that you sat there and installed in somebody.
I understand where you're coming from.
I understand both.
I understand where you're coming from.
I understand what he's saying too.
All I'm saying is, you gotta take your flowers because guess what?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, there's gonna come a time when your flowers stop coming.
Yeah.
This is life. They gonna always stop coming.
Exactly. So why not
Just take them, accept them as
Accept
how they come.
So
However they come.
Sitting them off to the side and waiting. Because eventually you ain't gonna have them flowers. They all die. All flowers die.
I mean, that's life. Everything dies.
Exactly.
So it is what it is.
So shout out to DJ Team Lil Will chiming in. Appreciate you, brother. Miss Poindexter says the way you accept appreciation for yourself is just different from physical versus verbal. I agree with that. I agree with that. I agree with most of what you said. Even your sex advice seems really strange that you giving kids sex advice already.
I ain't giving nobody sex advice.
Nigga, everything you said, you can say during sex before. During sex.
Oh
Don't
God.
stop until you
Don't stop until you
get
finish.
the finish line. During sex. Keep pushing through when it hurts. Everything sounds like sex advice.
Why does sex hurt?
No.
Why would it hurt?
You ask a woman.
Anyway, moving on. Second question. So, did y'all see that the teacher's comments on the Shane Room, the text messages the text exchange between the parent and the teacher?
I did.
All right, so on the Shade Room today, there was a text message exchange between a student's parent and the teacher. The teacher started off.
What school and city was they in?
We don't know.
Yeah, shade room
It
shit.
didn't say. It just showed the exchange. So the parent started off by texting the teacher and saying, "Excuse me, did you say this statement about I know somebody with a 54 in my class didn't say something, and then the teacher responded, well, I've already emailed you twice about their behavior, and because I've emailed you twice about their behavior with no avail, I took it a step further. Exactly.
Hey, no, I'm not laughing at that. I'm laughing at something else. I'll bring it up after the fact.
Thank you for interrupting me.
Yeah.
Anyway, so then the teacher responds, or the parent responds, be that as it may, I would prefer you let me handle it when I'm doing it, when you have a problem with my student. And then the teacher says, so which one are you angry about? Are you angry about the grade? Are you angry about the 54? Are you angry about the way she responded or the behavior? Because we can call and get something set up to have an action plan done. My question is, Ty, as an educator, would you feel like it is correct to call out a kid's grade in front of the other student?
It's not correct to call out another kid's grade in front of the student. Like, legit. You can say, hey, I need you to turn this assignment in, that assignment in, but don't just sit there and blankly just put out that grade like that in front of everybody.
That's crazy. What about you?
So
Even if you've been fed up with their behavior, they constantly
I
having outbursts in your class.
No, you just don't put that grade out there like that.
Yeah, I think that's kind of fucked up. Like,
So, who's wrong in this situation?
so
The teacher is.
You think the teacher?
For putting out the grade. For just saying, hey, you got this.
you embarrass the student in front of the other student.
Yeah.
You think the teacher's wrong?
Now,
On that aspect of.
now, if the kid says some disrespectful shit to the teacher, the kid is wrong as well.
That's what it was about. It was about them being involved in something they had nothing to do with, and they've been disrespectful multiple times.
And,
But
and then on the third party, the parent is wrong as well too.
that's where I was going.
Yeah.
Because for one, you know your fucking child is failing.
Well, they probably didn't know because they didn't check the email.
Right.
Then that's even worse because you're not checking on your child to see what their academic progress is. So, as a parent, how the fuck do you call yourself a good parent when you're not checking your own kids' grades? When you have all the access in the world to sit there and check your kids' grades, because every parent has access to fucking 6K12. 6K12 is nationally known around the fucking world. All you gotta do is type in such and such a school 6K12. Your child has a login and an email address, and a password, and the parent has one as well. So you can easily check that shit. But if you're not checking that and you don't know what your child is doing in school, then you a fucked up ass parent.
Which it seems like.
There are a few
Which it seems like the one that you're talking about is one of that.
I think all three are responsible in this situation because the
Yeah.
parent definitely needs the child is wrong because they started the disrespect. One, you shouldn't be correcting the educator in the middle of something unless the educator's already pushing a boundary where you felt like they were being disrespectful. That's the first thing. The second thing is if the child has already displayed this behavior repeatedly, and I've already, as an educator, reached out to you as a parent to try to get you to mitigate what's going on in class so you can stop all that? Yeah. Nah.
Right, because I mean the teacher put that forward, that effort though.
She
put the email, yeah.
Once I put the email out, or I tried to contact you, whatever medium that is, more than once, now because she said she did it twice, and there was no avail. So being that there was no response, the parent basically just got mad because now the daughter came home and felt upset. But where were you upset? Where was your anger when it came to their grade, their behavior before that, and prior to this incident? Where were you? Because now all you see is I'm defending my child. But what about your child's misbehavior in their academic performance?
But yeah, that's all she cared about.
Where were you at
She
then?
just more important, just
Yeah.
off her daughter's embarrassment, or
Yeah,
you know what I'm
The
saying?
teacher was wrong because you should never call out anybody. That's like calling out a bank or a credit score.
Yeah, Social
You should
Security,
never do that.
yeah.
You should never do that to
Yeah.
anybody. They did that's wrong for them. So all three of them.
It's kind of, yeah.
All three of them are wrong.
New generational shit. Like,
Yeah.
our teachers would, back in the day, our teachers would have did no shit like that.
Yeah.
That's a young teacher.
Shout out to the teacher.
That's a young teacher. That's a young mama.
Yeah,
and
shout out
the
to
kid is a
teacher for listening
kid.
to Moneybag Yo, though.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Shout out to the teacher for listening to Moneybag. Yo, I thought a nigga was 50
Kelly said she disagree.
What do you disagree about, Kelly? Let us know what you disagree about. Because honestly, all three are wrong, in my opinion. But that's my opinion. Because the child misbehaves, the parent definitely should be involved, and the teacher should have watched the behavior. Yes, I put that ass on blast. There's other ways of doing that without calling out a score, though.
Hey, it really is.
There's other ways of doing
on
it.
they motherfucker.
You really can.
You can just drive the shit out.
But in a position of authority, you have.
You control of the room, so.
Yeah.
You gotta have more self-control.
You gotta have control of that.
That's an emotional thing.
See, that teacher was going through some shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
She was mad because her nigga probably cheated on her.
Shit, that was an emotional response, bro.
Or her nigga probably went and found some better pussy and told her that, hey, you ain't
shit. Man, how we talking about?
How do you? We started here.
And who fucked up? Who he say was fucked up? Hold on. He said I was. Didn't he say I was fucked up before we started?
I'm just saying
That nigga said, yeah, you fucked up. Like,
as shit, though. That teacher probably just can't find a man, or whatever the case may be.
how we know that, bro? Like,
we don't. We're making a great hypothesis right now. What this teacher
yeah, you right. You right, Kel. Tell that nigga to shut
We're making a great
up.
hypothesis of what that teacher could be going through right now.
She said, I'm sure that teacher asked that little baby 5 times. We don't
Probably
know.
whatever it was.
We don't, but we do know that.
Hey, Kelly, you gonna get enough telling me to shut up, man. You gonna have some words.
Oh, here you go. Here you go.
I've subbed before. Have you met these kids?
Look, have I met him?
All I know.
Nah, he asked the question.
Have I met him before?
No, he asked the question to her.
No, but she said I
No,
subbed.
she asked that question.
Oh, have you subbed?
Have
before?
we met these kids?
Oh, I meet them every day of the week. 5 days a week. Every day. I can give you my Zoom link if you want it.
Oh my God. I still ain't got it. I asked for that the first show.
Oh, he did say he wanted to see how you go in there and teach.
The first show, I still ain't got it. That's tough.
And what kind of composure you keep when you in there.
I want to see it. I want to see
how you get down. What's
Hold
that?
on. Hey, man, shut the fuck up.
I
guarantee you that comes out. You don't just do that here.
He got.
You do that everywhere.
He definitely probably do that.
Exactly.
He do that.
I do not tell
Man, shut the fuck up.
Hold on, let me finish. While you writing on the chalkboard.
I might say, hold on, let me finish before you say something. But I ain't gonna say shut the fuck up.
Kelly said, Ty, you never felt like that? Like you wanted to just bust out a kid in class?
Oh, I just drive their ass. I just talk about them bad. I drone on their ass.
On them.
Cause I give them a chance to throw their shots back.
Oh, they got a voice, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Kids need a voice. They do need to have their voices heard. So they do need, if you create an environment where it's okay for them to do stuff like that, then don't get mad when they start coming back at you.
Exactly.
And where you're ill prepared to defend yourself. But if you created the environment where it's okay for us to go back and forth, I don't see a problem. You just can't bring in personal information. Don't do that. Don't talk about deficiencies that they can't. Well, that's not a deficiency they can't help. But don't talk about things that are personal or deficiencies that they can't help. Like don't talk about.
Yeah, cause
if a kid got a bad arm and they like this, don't be talking about that.
oh nah. Yeah.
Don't call them T-Rex arm.
Nah. Nigga, that's when the parent got the right to come up there and fucking fuck you up.
I'm coming up there.
Yeah, I'm coming up there to fuck you up, nigga.
I guarantee my kid gonna have a gap. You talk about his gap, I'm pulling up. I'm pulling up. Flat out.
Hey, but what the teacher got a deficiency and the kid talking about the deficiency.
That's fine.
And the
fair game if you started it.
If you started, then that's what you gonna get.
If you started it and they start flaming you, don't
you gonna get that same shit.
Don't get mad. Because if you set the tone where they can go, all right, we joning, and you start going in on them and they go back in on you, don't say nothing.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you like this. All joning sessions, I take it back to the cafeteria when I was at the cafeteria table at Riverview, baby. Yo, ass, you grin, you win. You grin, you win.
That's how I go.
This nigga always, that nigga stay trying to jump on it.
Hey, boy.
This nigga jump on everything. When they don't even know it.
It is what it is.
Motherfuckers don't even know it. This nigga be jumping.
It is what it is.
Like, man, you see
we was
this,
at Beaver. Who? I was
this
climbing
nigga
somebody
Jones.
at Beaver, wasn't it?
Yeah.
What the fuck that motherfucker have on?
You talking about the little skinny dude?
Which one?
You said, nigga, look at this nigga's legs. Like, why he so motherfucking skinny?
That's terrible. Oh, the nigga that had the Stacey Adams with the back out? The Stacey
He had
Adams?
he had the jogging pants on. And you was like, this nigga hella skinny down there and big up top.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Who legs look like motherfucking Too Short and number 2 pencil and shit. And the nigga top body was like goddamn it wide ass eraser.
Well, that man ain't know that man with Joe on. I said, this nigga crazy, bro. That nigga.
Either of y'all had to forgive a parent for something that they did.
A parent?
Yeah, forgive your parent for something that they did.
You forgive your parents for all the shit they done did. All the times you done got whoopings and all the other shit.
I mean,
you forgive them right after that shit.
I mean,
you go over there and
that's
more significant.
Like what?
Like
something
deeper that affect you. Yeah.
That you be like triggered by.
So you probably haven't.
That's tough. Nah.
You probably haven't.
What about you?
Yeah, I have. I definitely have.
I don't think my parents ain't never scored me with anything.
So you think. That's so you think. Nah, that's so you think though.
That's not facts, Juan. It's not facts. If he say his parents ain't scored him, they ain't scored.
They ain't never scored me with anything.
If you've been hurt, you know it. You know it.
Okay.
You know it. So if something hurts your feelings, like you know it.
Yeah, you feel a certain type of way about something.
Your motherfucking feelings, boy. Hey, you ain't got a boy. Hey, you ever got a real good whooping? I'm gonna tell you like this. Hey, I remember one time, boy, I got in trouble at school. I think I was in kindergarten. I don't know what. I was in one of them little grades where I got in trouble at school, and it's the only time I can remember my mom and daddy tag team my motherfucking ass. I was laying down. I had little bunk beds and shit. We was staying over Eastgate and shit. I'm laying down in the bed. I done got in trouble at school. I think my mama done talked to the teacher or whatever. And she hot. Cool. I get in the bed. I lay down and go to sleep. All of a sudden, my mama, like later on that evening, my mama come in the room. She said, you in the bed laying down? I said, yeah. She said, you got your pajamas on? I said, no, I just got my drawers and t-shirt on. All right, cool. Got my little tighty whities on and shit. Couple of minutes later, my mama called me out the room. Ty, come here for a minute. I'm laying down in the bed. I'm done with that shit. I ain't thought nothing else about that. Only time they ever tag team my motherfucking ass. Boy, I walked out that damn bedroom. My daddy swooped me up by my motherfucking legs. I was hanging like this, and my mom was tearing my ass up with that belt. I've never forgot that motherfucking ass whooping.
What did you do?
I did something at school, and I don't even fucking remember.
You remember that ass whooping,
I remember that ass whooping, though.
You remember that ass whooping?
I remember that ass whooping. I don't remember what the fuck
That's probably the last one he got, because this nigga retarded.
Nah, that ain't the last one I got. But I remember that one, though.
Have you met this nigga?
I remember that one.
He would get multiple whoopings.
I think the last ass whooping
He didn't get a little.
The last one I got, I was in the 6th grade. I got my last ass whooping when I was in the 6th grade. That was the last one.
I can't even, probably about, I think it's
my-
probably, because we,
I got my
after that, you get punched.
I got
Just
my
get
last
punched in the
ass
chest,
whooping
like.
when I was in 6th grade, and my mama beat the shit out of me that time.
Yeah, that's probably about the last
I
ass
don't
whooping
even remember what I
stages.
did, but I used to do a lot of.
But after that, you start getting grabbed and.
But
I just started making her laugh.
she told my ass, ain't no such thing as laugh. You can't make my mama laugh. Ain't no such thing as making her laugh, make her forget about that shit. She gonna remember that shit till it's time to whoop your ass. She remember that shit now with my son now till it's time to whoop his ass. Or she get on me because, hey, you need to whoop his ass for that. And I be like, well, he don't need his ass whoop for that.
He 5, man.
That's something I gotta talk about. He 5. But it's always.
Yeah, he 5. He gonna be 5.
He is
I wait. You gotta wait till he know better. Or I feel like. But.
Like I can honestly say, like that one whooping, I remember that shit because they tag team my ass. That nigga swooped me up by my motherfucking legs, and I remember just being hung upside down in some tighty whities, getting my motherfucking ass towed up by that goddamn belt. That's some shit I never forget. That was an ass whooping.
But yeah, I had to forgive my parents for some shit, but it was like, you know how you could you have a certain type of way you feel about your parent, like if like well my old dude went to jail or whatever, so it wasn't even the in jail type of shit that I was really tripping off of. It was more of once he got out, so it was like a relationship where I felt like we should have had. You know what I'm saying? But I had to understand, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, they just him getting out. I think I'm probably like, I don't know, 19 at the time, 20, something like that, 19 or something like that. But I had to understand. It took me a long time. Well, actually, I'm gonna say recently, for real. It just took me a minute to. I always felt a certain type of way, but I had to like, I can't even trip off what he don't know. He don't even know how to be a parent for real. He don't even know what he needed to do for me. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I had to sit down as a grown man, like, okay, he don't know. You know what I'm saying?
That's the thing. During that time of the offense, you gotta remember that they are still trying to find their way because everybody's human.
That's what I'm saying.
Everybody's human. So just like I know I'm far from whatever perfect role I'm supposed to be in.
Right.
At the end of the day,
Right.
I know that. So because of that, I know I err at this age. So this is around the time my parent, well,
About your age right now.
He was always his
developmental
bastard son. Ain't that what he said? His bastard son.
That's what he calls me.
Right.
So, and sometimes it's not until you in that position of whatever it was that
Right.
you were going through at that time, and you can see it from your parents' eyes that you can ever actually understand it. All right, so maybe this is what they was thinking here, because I couldn't understand for the life of me, like how he missed 25 birthdays, and then sit up there and be like,
Yeah.
where my Father's Day gift from world?
Yeah.
Like, bro, like we in a good space now, but
25.
bro, it was like
Nah, bro, it makes sense. No, it makes sense. Nah, you right, cause I'm the same way.
He would pop in and out, like in and out. He'd be here one time, out. Here, and then out for like 6 months, and then back, and then out for like maybe 8 months, and then back. And it's hard to understand when you're a child how that happens.
Right.
But then you get to the
But once you get
you get to a point where you can understand.
now it's like, okay,
he had
this
a whole other family. I mean, there's no excuse for that, but he had a whole other family, and probably trying to maintain all of that as well as try to peek in. And then you see like my mother is thriving in her life, so you feel like you ain't really needed there, but you don't know what a kid needs. Like,
you don't.
You don't know.
You don't know
what a kid needs unless you know him.
And like I can honestly say I was blessed to have more than just my father in my life as a father figure, to where I had my pops.
Yeah, me too.
You know,
My brother had me.
I had my older cousin. You know, I also had like other people that I met later on, like later on out in life. Shouts out to AJ.
Chris G.
You know what I'm saying? I had my godfather. My godfather took a lot of weight off of everything. You know, I've had these people in my life that was also able to go ahead and help me out and show me the way. Like all those people, you know, I had two big cousins that was just there. You know, they was there to show me everything. Like I said, I had a guy named AJ. He was the first person that ever cut my son hair. You know, like I've had these type of people in my life outside of my own father, to where it was just like, you know, I've never had to worry about anything because I've had so many different male role models in my life that was just like, hey, you know, and they all played a role as a father figure, all of them.
Yeah.
In certain different aspects.
Right.
You see, like I was blessed to have that.
Yeah, like I said, I was blessed. My big brother. So.
Yeah, your big brother's that's motherfucker. That's my dog.
Yeah, I was blessed to have my brother, but he's like, I had my old dude. I'm like, well, shit. It was different. I'm like, all right, well, shit. Like my mom died in '03, so but my old dude was still here, so I'm like, he's still living. So it's like, I was like, okay, my only living parent still ain't coming through like he's supposed to come through, bro. Like, even though at this time I'm a grown man, I got me. But at the same time, you like, people don't understand. You like, damn, this still my old dude. Like, I don't give a fuck how grown you get. You gonna want your old dude to,
Yeah, you gonna want your father.
yeah, to come holler at you like, hey, what you know what I'm saying? Like, you living, bro. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying?
Most definitely.
Then
Most
that,
definitely.
you gonna feel it.
Hey, that shit is real.
But like I said, it's one of those things where you like, shit, I went to therapy, and therapy is like, hey, you got to forgive them for what they don't know.
Exactly.
You got to forgive people. You got to forgive your parents for what they don't know. Like, they don't know this. Some of them don't know it.
And that's not just parents. That's just
Yeah, people. Yeah, like, you got to
People,
forgive people for
yeah.
what they don't know.
because it makes a lot of difference in you when you forgive people.
Yeah.
You ain't gotta be bitter. You ain't gotta be upset.
Nope.
You ain't gotta do none of that.
Nope.
You can let all that go.
None of that. And you can start a whole new relationship today. Like, you know what? That's old. We're gonna start from today. Keep pushing. You ain't know what you was doing back then. Let's start from today. From day on, we rocking from today on, and then
and we gonna keep pushing.
what you do today is
Exactly.
And that's just what it is.
yeah. That's definitely what it is.
Absolutely.
That's exactly what it is.
Closing statements, my brother.
Man, y'all know I ain't got no damn closing statement. I don't even know why they keep on asking me this. Ain't y'all tired of them asking me, do I have a closing statement?
Nigga,
No,
because
Russell.
sometimes you have some.
My closing statement is what I'm fucking talking about doing the show. They want to
Man,
keep on
fuck
asking me
this.
the damn
Sometimes
closing
you do
statement.
have closing statements, you angry motherfucker. Sometimes you have.
Ain't y'all tired of them asking me the closing statement? I ain't told their ass not
Ain't
one.
y'all tired of this nigga not having no closing statement?
No, y'all ain't. Y'all get what the fuck I'm talking about, period. So, do y'all have any closing statements?
I do. Get to know your kids' coaches. Because sometimes they teach them sex advice. And you don't even know that they doing it.
Give your
to know your kids'
give your kids condoms as they go into football practice.
Oh my God.
Okay? Get them condoms as they go to football practice.
Coach?
As he the coach.
You got anything?
Wow. You know what my closing statement is? Don't have friends that don't believe
Oh my God.
This is a goddamn lie, but okay. No, he just didn't
You know
do
what
that.
it is.
He know he
It's
just do that.
Monday. We up in here on the White House. Getting in.
Hey.
Misunderstood conversation.
In a couple of weeks, we're going to be on the blue couch.
Jesus.
Ah.
Yeah.
That nigga, he gonna have like condoms spread out.